As coronavirus became a global pandemic in March, lockdowns and border controls around the world caused nightmares for travellers. Some foreign nationals on brief visits to Taiwan decided to stay here rather than brave unpredictable pandemic controls in other countries. Many have expressed gratitude toward the Taiwan government for visa extensions and praised its handling of the epidemic. But concerns over housing and temporary employment have made the situation difficult for some. Stephany Yang reports on the plight of these stranded travellers.
It's an amazing country. I love it.
In the video, Ben from Slovenia, Lea from Argentina, and others hailing from the US, Turkey, and Australia share their stories. All of them came to Taiwan before COVID-19 hit and before their home countries sealed their borders.
Grateful to be here because I think it's the best place to be, but at the same time, we need to work.
Lea, an Argentinian real estate agent, had a layover scheduled in Taiwan while she was touring Southeast Asia. But as COVID-19 spread and more countries closed their borders, she decided to stay in Taiwan. At first, she had trouble finding an apartment before receiving a kind offer of a place to stay for a month. After meeting other foreign nationals facing the same problem, Lea set up a Facebook group called Stuck in Taiwan, Best Place to Be. Its purpose is to connect stranded foreigners with locals or others who can help. It also provides news and resources. Since its launch on April 8th, it's attracted over 400 members.
Create the group and suddenly we were 100 and now we are like 500, and not only people that is stuck in Taiwan, also people that wants to help. We have people offering for food, for accommodation, for everything that everyone needs, household stuff. There's people that was sleeping on the street for a few days. Now they have a place to stay.
The co-administrator of the group is Mary, an Italian with residency rights in the UK. She had decided to take a 6-month break to travel across Asia, arriving in Taiwan on February 21st, and planning to spend a few weeks here. Then she watched from afar as her hometown was plunged into lockdown. 2 weeks later, the UK went into lockdown as well. Fortunately, a Taiwanese woman offered her a place to stay on her couch. She says that the biggest challenge for her and many foreign visitors is that because they came into Taiwan on tourist visas, it's now hard to apply for a work permit. The members of the group hope the government will allow them to work in Taiwan on a temporary basis until it's safe to return to their home country.
I had a limited budget. I was just backpacking. Probably 3 or 4 companies trying to get me a working permit, but in the other hand, it's got refused. Maybe giving temporary working permits where we would be able to just get hired for a short period of time.
On May 18th, a third automatic visa extension of 30 days was granted to all foreign nationals who arrived by March 21st on a visitor visa, landing visa, or visa waiver program, and who haven't overstayed their legal stay period. That means many have now received permission for a 90-day stay. John Paul, a Haitian American whose family reside in Haiti and America, says both countries have been hit hard. He was in Australia before the wildfires broke out there. Then he came to Taiwan. He says he is grateful for the visa extensions and feels safe in Taiwan. With his background as a cultural exchange liaison with communities in Haiti, he thinks foreign nationals in Taiwan can contribute to Taiwan Can Help.
I think that that's a really great first step towards helping us out, and I'm very deeply appreciative of that, because it's made a huge difference, because I didn't know what I was going to do. I've been following Taiwan Can Help, and I think it's a really beautiful initiative. Myself and other people like me would be able to figure out how to help the Taiwanese government direct foreign aid to the most at need, most at-risk communities.
Harry Sauer is an American who was backpacking in the Caribbean and Philippines at the end of February. When the Philippines government announced its lockdown, Harry decided to come to Taiwan. He expressed his gratitude toward the Taiwan government for extending his stay and praised Taiwan's response to the pandemic.
Blocking entry from people from mainland China was the big one, or blocking people from coming from Wuhan was probably the biggest part. I think just in general that the people in Taiwan care about each other.
As news of the Facebook group spread, many Taiwanese stepped up to provide housing, food, household appliances, and more. Initially, most of the group's members were looking for housing. With that problem now resolved, the majority are hoping to find a way to get a temporary job to help support themselves and their families. For Formosa News, Stephany Yang, Wu Peijia in Taipei.